Okie dokie. Hello. Hi. I took a step closer to you today. I really did. Like, I don't know, there's a lot of stuff that happened today. And um I think yesterday was really helpful because it was like the understanding of um how I really am going to have to be conscientious of how I expend my energy and um especially around like the distribution of it over the course of the day, right? So I learned today that um so yesterday I had a bunch of clients that I needed to see and I didn't get around to doing anything for Sue in any really meaningful way. I mean, outside. Okay, so I realized this morning I didn't give myself credit for recording and posting because that's a part of this process too. I said I wanted to start a YouTube channel. I said I was going to start it imperfectly. I said I was just going to record and post, and I have been doing that consistently. I don't know. Yes, I'm going to give myself credit for consistency because it's now day 3 where I have been talking about doing this for years and I've recorded and I've recorded and I've recorded and I probably have 2 weeks, a month's, 2 months worth of content that I just have never posted because I was recording in a particular way and then I wanted it to be um edited, and then it was supposed to have this theme, and then I was going to talk about my travels. Then I was like, well, how does this have to relate to this, and then how's this all going to fit together and everything. And I tried editing by myself and it wasn't working well, and then I got super frustrated because I didn't have any energy or excitement around the editing, and I'm like, well, how am I going to have a YouTube channel if I don't love editing? And I really be working myself up in more ways than one. I really do. Then I was talking and was like, okay, fine, I'm just going to outsource it and I'm going to reach out to somebody on Fiverr and have them do the edits. And then I started to do that, and then they were asking me for like whatever the sequence is or to direct them. I don't know. But then I was like, I don't know how to splice all this stuff together. That's the whole point. Like, if I could sit down and break down all the things that I want to have happen and cut it here and then put this here and then put this here and then do that there, then I could just do it myself. I could do it myself. So it was just really overwhelming. I know I'm going to circle back around and get that content out there just for the sake of completion, because that's what this entire journey is about. It's just about completion and me falling in love with the creative process regardless of how it turns out in the end. And I know seeing things to completion is going to get me one step closer to you. I just know it, right? Like, I don't see how I'm ever going to get to you by um completing things 80% or 90% or 95%. I have to see it through to completion. Even if like the 100% isn't in the perfection, it's in the completion. It's in the completion. So that is the entire thing that I'm committing myself to right now, is just seeing things through to completion. I understand because like sometimes I'm freaking out a little bit about recording this. Like, okay, I done had on clothes all day long and then swapped out my clothes and hopped up in this bed, and I was like, why didn't I record earlier when I was put together and I had this on and I was looking like this, and I could have recorded outside and it was a beautiful day and it would have been better background and da da da. All those things before would have been enough to be like, well, I'll just try again tomorrow. No, 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 no. I have to see this thing through to completion. I know I would love to be able to like exemplify and show instead of tell what I'm doing with the praises. You already know how I am. You already know how I am. So this is, like I said, day 1 about being a beginner. This is me being a beginner. For right now, what I can do is open this thing up, turn it on, and talk. I will show. I will show eventually. I have things that I've recorded where I've shown as opposed to tell. Yeah. So, anyways, I'm seeing like the practice for me. Like I have so much around perfectionism that I need to untie. There's so much there that I need to untie. And each time I record, I don't even change the thumbnail of the things that I have been putting out there. And this stuff is driving me batty. It's been 2 videos of me like making some really awkward, wonky face. I recorded and post anyways. Like, just keep moving forward. Like, keep moving forward. Keep moving forward. Keep moving forward. I know how to get in Canva and do thumbnails, and I will, but right now it's just enough to open up the camera and record. And I say that because today was like so stressful. It was so stressful. I was happy because I didn't have to like wake up super early to see clients, and so I just was like in the bed chilling, and then I was feeling super scattered because I was like, there's all these things that I need to do, but I just really couldn't lock in. I was like, okay, well, let me go for a walk. I was gonna walk, grab me some little boba, circle back around, and then hop in and get to it. I am not. I'm about halfway into the walk, and I get a phone call, and that phone call required me to come back to the house immediately. Immediately. And what I needed to be present for required my full attention, all my attention, all of my presence, all of my focus. And that ran until about 3 o'clock today. And then after that, I was wiped out because um because it brought up a lot of emotion for me. And I'm not saying that emotions rule me, but I was holding space for some really important things, and it made sense for me to take a step back. I did notice that I said I was like going to give myself a little nap, and I zoned out on social media instead, and then ended up, oh, excuse me, actually taking the nap um because my son ended up calling me, so it was beautiful to have time to catch up with him. And I just really, 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 really love that we have um the check-ins that we do. It really does mean the world to me, um especially now. And I just really value those calls. I really appreciate that he's just moving about his day and he thinks to call me. So um, so that really warms my heart. And it was also just really great to have time to spend with my daughter today too, right? Like, you already know. Sorry, I keep yawning. I'm saying like it was a day. And it's not even like super duper late. It's in the 10 o'clock hour. It's not even 10:30. But also too, I've been going to bed at like 9. So this is a little bit late. Anyways, um, I feel like, what was I talking about? Okay, yeah, anyways. So as far as me taking a step closer to you, um, and I also need to like lock in my mind, because sometimes I'm 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 like talking to them and I'm not really locked into you, and I'm gonna work on that. I'm gonna work on that. Anyways, um, that's all a part of refining this whole process. Like, again, I'm moving closer to you, And the becoming in this process is just to do this publicly. It's so awkward. It's so awkward. Anyways, so praises. Did I have plans for today? Yes, actually, there was a checklist of things. Did I get anything on that checklist done? No, I did not. No, I take that back. I did get some laundry done. Excuse me. I did get some laundry done. So that was a yeah. But I did get something done that was not on the list because of what I stated yesterday. I was just determined to have something meaningful to report out as far as forward movement. With Soothe. Bull. Tongue tied. So this is what I worked on today. I logged into the website. I have my game plan for how I want to move things around, and everything that's going to get revamped. I have my visuals picked out for the new photo shoot. I'm working on the storytelling that I want to do and really giving myself up to the creative process of this. I looked at photographers that I would like to work with, and I think I would like to have a videographer. I know this is doing what seems like more than what's necessary, but I think this is what I mean about waking up every day and being excited about creating and throwing myself into the creative process. I love I like music. I like the sound. I like the artistry. I enjoy dance. And yes, I think these are things that I'm realizing like there's going to be some element of visual storytelling through throughout um throughout the work that I put out. That's going to enter into this space I think at some point in time, but like these are the beginnings of that. And this feels like something that is like a small but significant project for me to work on. And I've really enjoyed it. Like, I really enjoyed hopping in it today. I was a little bit embarrassed because I couldn't remember. Lord have mercy, excuse me. I couldn't even remember how to log into the website. It's been that long since I've been in the back office of my website that I completely forgot how to access it. That was slightly frustrating and embarrassing, but I figured it out and it's okay. I think the thing that I have to keep saying is like I'm so aware of like these things come up and then I'm ready to beat myself up. So I'm going on record and saying that I'm aware. I know I need to practice being like gentle with myself because I'm not going to feel encouraged to continue to move forward if I'm berating myself every step of the way. That's not how this is going to work. So the practice of, okay, I be having plans, y'all, and they don't always go the way that I think they're going to go. And even when things don't go the way that I think they're going to go, I can still make sure that oh my gosh, it's like the fifth time that I've yawned. I can still make sure that I'm non-negotiable. I'm showing myself that I'm non-negotiable. I just am. There's no other way to say it or work around it. I am taking at a minimum one step closer to you every day. I just am. I just love myself too much to stay away from you. I like you have been patient, kind, understanding, um, also relentless in your calling. Uh, and I thank you for that. Thank you for not giving up on me. Thank you for standing there. Thank you for keeping your voice rattled around inside me at all times. I'm listening to you. I'm moving. I am moving every day, at least one step closer. I'm excited for the time where it's more than one step and it's 5 and 6 steps or 7 or 10 or 12 or whatever. But right now, I'm starting with one. So I don't know, I guess today counts as 2 because I'm going to record and post this. And I worked on those things. I don't know how to break down that either because my brain wants to count all the stuff that I did today as one step. So I don't know how to quantify it because I did look at photographers. I did work on like multiple tasks, but yeah, that's something that I need to be clear about. Anyways, today I'm counting it as a step. So it's a minimum of 2 steps, maybe more, depending on how you break it down. So I'm on my way. Yeah. So that was that. So that was the plan. I did not do affirmations today. I did read. I did. I woke up. I read. My goal is to get this book finished by tomorrow, simply because I borrowed it and I've had it for quite some time, and it's time for me to return it. So day one, I probably got 30 some odd pages. Today I got up to about like 116, 125, and it's about 200 something done. So I think I'm just gonna knock out the rest of the book tonight once I get finished with this, and then I can make sure to return it. So yeah, I'll tell you about it tomorrow when I get finished with it. It's called Reclaiming Eros, Sacred Whores and Healers by Suzanne Blackburn, Margaret Wade, and Margaret Wade. Yeah. And there are other books that I'm reading too, so as I finish them, I think I'll talk about them once I finish them, because like starting to talk about them too early in the process, I don't know. I think it'd be good for me to mention the books that I'm reading, because we love to read. And I don't know, I think I just want to like have a record of what I'm taking in to see if and when it shows up at some other point down the road. And I'm like thinking this is some organic idea, and really it's because I read it in a book or something like that. I don't know. It's just really going to be interesting to see how all of the things that I take in and how they are spun around together to create something else. So anyways, yeah. So that's the book that I'm reading now. I'm also reading Hidden Solutions All Around Me. I just finished Mind Magic. I could talk about that one, but whatever. And oh gosh, I really am. This is ridiculous. And I'm also reading The Culture Code. So that's one. As I finish the next 2, I'll share those with you too. And then I'm also reading my I just finished up another one that was my little Harlequin novel. Yeah. So I'm kind of looking forward to getting back to the house, because I can read the next one in the series. If you've read it, it's really problematic, and the last one really didn't do it for me. I was so glad to be done with it, but just like my sense of having to have things in order in I had to go back and I had to read it, but I was just like suffering through it just so I would know exactly what's happening with the storylines and things like that. But I think that last one was my least favorite of all. So what I'm talking about is the Christine Feehan series, the Dark series. That last one was a doozy. But anyways, when I read the next one, I'll make sure to tell you about it. Wow, I can't believe I've been rambling for 20 minutes. All right, the idea of these two were to be short and sweet, but I think no. Let me make sure I get the rest of my praises right. So, did I have my plan for the day? Yes. Did I get everything done? No. Did I take some meaningful steps? Yes. Did I read today? Yes. Did I do my affirmations? No, I did not. Did I do some imagining today? I would say yes. As I was working through the project, I really did sit and like do some intentional visualizing around the photo shoot and things like that. So I'm gonna say that's a yes. I would like to continue to well, I have in mind what I want that to look like on a daily basis. But I'm giving myself credit for that today. Did I script or journal today? No, I did not. Did I exercise? Yes. I was out for my walk and I almost ran back. Heart rate was up. I say that. I was booking it. I was speed walking today. So I actually did get a bit of a higher level of intensity of workout than, my usual walk. Um hmm, and did I do any somatic practices or meditation today? No. No, I didn't. No, I didn't. But we're gonna try again tomorrow. We're just gonna keep getting at this, doing the best I can with what I got. Soothe is on the way. We're doing this. And I'm really, really, really excited and happy to be here. How in all of its imperfection. In all of its imperfection. But yeah. That's it for today. See you tomorrow.